Here's what nobody tells you. Overthinking isn't a personality flaw, it's a brain function that's misfired, and the science of how your mind works can show you exactly how to stop it. Let's trace how you got here. Have you ever caught yourself lying in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying a conversation from 3 years ago? Not because it matters now, not because anything will change, but because your brain decided that if it runs the tape one more time, maybe, just maybe, the ending will be different. You analyze what you said. You wonder what they meant. You imagine what you could have said instead. And when morning comes, you're exhausted. Not from doing anything, from thinking about doing things, from circling the same thought until it's worn smooth and meaningless. You're not alone in this. But here's what nobody tells you. Overthinking isn't a personality flaw. It's a brain function that's misfired. And the science of how your mind works can show you exactly how to stop it. Let's trace how you got here. Your brain is wired for one thing above all else: survival. Thousands of years ago, the caveman who worried about every rustle in the bushes lived longer than the one who didn't. So your brain developed a bias towards staying alert, scanning for threats, running scenarios. That was useful then. But today, that same survival mechanism has no saber-toothed tiger to watch for. So it scans your text messages instead. It replays your awkward moments. It imagines worst-case scenarios about tomorrow's meeting. Your brain isn't broken. It's just using an ancient tool on modern problems. Think about the last time you sent a message, and the reply took too long. You checked your phone. Then checked again. Then started wondering if you said something wrong. Maybe you opened the chat, saw they'd read it, and felt your stomach drop. Then you started mentally drafting apologies for a crime you hadn't committed yet. That's your brain's threat detection system mistaking social uncertainty for physical danger. The same neural pathways that once warned you about predators are now warning you about a delayed text. The solution lies in understanding what your brain actually needs. Your prefrontal cortex, the part that plans and solves problems, keeps working because it doesn't know when the job is done. You told yourself to figure it out, but you never defined what figured out looks like. So your brain keeps generating possibilities without a stopping rule. The fix is simple but not easy. Give your brain a finish line. Decide that this thought gets exactly 2 more minutes of your attention, and when the timer goes off, the thought is done. Not solved. Done. Because closure matters more to your brain than perfection. Here's another layer. Have you ever noticed that you do your best overthinking when you're supposed to be doing something else? You have a deadline approaching, and suddenly you're deeply analyzing a conversation from high school. That's not a coincidence. Overthinking is often a disguise for avoidance. As long as you're thinking about the problem, you feel like you're working on it. But your brain knows the difference. Thinking about exercising is not exercising. Thinking about having the conversation is not having it. The brain prefers the safety of analysis over the risk of action. So it keeps you in the loop to protect you from the discomfort of actually doing something. The way out is to separate real problem solving from what psychologists call rumination. Real problem solving has a goal. You're looking for a specific answer or a plan, something you can act on. Rumination has no goal. It's just circling. If you can't name what you're trying to figure out in one sentence, you're not analyzing, you're ruminating, and the only way out is to redirect. Not to stop thinking, to aim your thinking at something useful. Pay attention to where the overthinking lives in your body. When you're truly analyzing, you feel focused, maybe even curious. When you're ruminating, your chest tightens, your jaw clenches, your breathing gets shallow. Those physical signals are your brain telling you that this thought loop is not productive. That tension is the gap between your brain's ancient wiring and your modern life, and you can use it as a signal to stop. The most powerful shift is this: stop treating every thought as a command. Your brain generates thousands of thoughts a day. Most of them are just noise. A thought is not a task. It's not a problem that demands solving. It's just mental activity. The skill is to let thoughts pass without engaging. Imagine sitting by a river and watching leaves float by. You don't jump in after every leaf. You watch it come, watch it go. Thoughts are the same. You don't have to chase every one. If you've been living with overthinking your whole life, here's what you need to hear. You're not broken. You have a brain that cares deeply about getting things right. That's a gift that's gone wrong, not a flaw. The goal isn't to stop caring. It's to stop letting caring keep you stuck. The next time you catch yourself in the loop, pause and ask, can I act on this right now? If yes, act. If no, the thought is done. Not suppressed, not ignored. Done. Because thinking about it for another hour won't produce anything new. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is decide without knowing. If this helped you see your own mind a little clearer, subscribe to Mind to Act for more psychology that helps you stop circling and start living.